Hi, and welcome back to Ask a Pennsylvania Dutchman. My name is Chris LaRose, and this here is Douglas Maidenford, our resident Pennsylvania Dutchman v. Bish Boo.
I guess the top billing only lasted
only one episode. That's all you get.
Okay.
Another 10 years.
Another 10 years I get bumped up again. Okay, sounds good. Hey, I'm all right. And I bet you got a question.
I got a question. Do you have any thoughts and musings, ponderings?
No, they'll probably
wisdom?
come out in my answer to the question.
All right. Well, this one comes from an Amishman, actually. It comes from Amos. Wait, no, that's Anonymous.
Anonymous.
Comes from Anonymous. An anonymous Dutchman sends this.
Yeah?
How do you handle someone coming to your party with food that is not acceptable, i.e., Lay's potato chips?
Well, there's two courses of action.
You call up Diefenbach's.
No, it's too late. They already have the Lay's.
And they have a competition removal service where they just come out with a emergency truck filled with
Diefenbach chips.
And then they have like a sanitization team that goes in there, takes all the Lay's and everything that's not Diefenbach's.
You have two options. You're throwing a party, and here's usually what I do. This is the honest answer. Because I never want this to happen. Because if somebody shows up with Lay's potato chips at my house,
they don't know you.
They don't know me. That's right. So usually when I throw a party, I just tell people, just come. That way I make sure nothing silly shows up on the table. But not everybody wants to do that. And some people like to bring. So you have a couple options. One, you take the Lay's, say, oh, thanks for bringing these, and you just put them in the corner and don't open them. And then after the party's over, go donate them to a food bank or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's option one. Option two, you take the Lay's, you open them up, you put them on the table, and watch that nobody eats them. And then you say to yourself, I knew it. What do you think?
I'm just wondering if you tell them to leave.
Just showing up and they're like, you see the Lay's chips and you're like, I'm sorry, you have to go home.
I'm pondering if that's too severe or just severe enough.
I think that's too severe. With a bag of chips, no, that's too severe. Now we could excuse me.
Wow.
We could ask the question: what would somebody have to show up with in order to get kicked out of the party? We'll come to that question next. But so I gave you two options for my answers on the Lay's potato chips.
How to handle
what would
somebody
you do in that What would you do in that situation? Would you put them in the corner and not open them? Or would you open them and just put them?
I would take them and then stage a dramatic tripping onto them, accidentally popping the bag
and crushing all the
chips.
And
ruining them all. I'm like, no. They're all ruined. I guess I'll just throw them away and get out my reserve bag of Diefenbach.
They were ruined before you opened the bag. I am not a fan of... Listen, I got to get this off my chest right now.
That was harsh, Doug.
How do I want to say this? Look, if you like Lay's potato chips, good for you. That's great. Enjoy them. Just like I live now in north central Pennsylvania, and everybody up here thinks that Middlesworth barbecue chips are the greatest thing that God ever invented.
That's why I moved out of this area.
They're entitled to that opinion. They're wrong, but they're entitled to that opinion. We have waxed eloquently in multiple videos before this one about the beauty that is all of the potato chip companies out of Pennsylvania. Yes, we are somewhat lean. We tend to lean towards Diefenbach's, which are great. But there's also, I'm a big fan of Goods. The blue bag Goods potato chips I think are great. And Grandma Utz kettle cooked, they're great chips. They're real chips. You get something in your mouth. Lay's, Pringles, those types of things, as soon as you put them in, it's like they dissolve. It's like cotton candy. It goes in and it's gone. And there's no flavor, there's no schmuck. No, I want texture, I want salt, I want crunch, I want taste. And you don't get any of those things with Lay's. All right, I'm done with that.
We should have a blindfold chip tasting.
We've often talked about it, and we've never... I'm telling you.
Let's do it.
If you put I think I would ace it. We'll have to. We don't have.
I want to do this now.
Yeah, but we don't have the chips with us, so we have to plan that video.
We'll plan that one. We're gonna make a note to do that one.
We'll get Mrs. Maidenford involved in that video, and she can help us and
can make little signs.
Yeah,
that only the audience can see.
Oh yeah, that would no, but yeah, we'll figure it out.
Maybe we should both do it blindfolded.
Yeah, no, I think the two of listen, we'll make that happen. But
I'm
for
gonna
this
have
video,
to start practicing,
training. You got the skills.
I gotta start training.
You like
I'll
Lay's?
Be like 500 pounds by the time I get done with my
Lay's
training.
potato chips? That's great. However, my advice to you is, if that's the only chip you know, you are missing out on the world. Go buy a bag of Utz, Goods, Hartley's. They're good too, or Diefenbachs, and get a real chip. You will thank us later. Okay, so I'm off my soapbox. Now, I want to go back to this other rhetorical question that we had earlier. What is something that if somebody showed up with to your party, you would have to say, you need to leave? Is there a food or a drink that would make you close the door and say no thanks?
Tofu.
So you're having a party and somebody shows up with tofu.
Yeah.
And you're gonna say, I
can already tell I'm not gonna get along with them.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to leave. Is that the only thing that's coming to mind right now?
Well, you do one, and I'll think.
Well, I thought when I said drinks, I thought right away. For those of you that are alcohol drinkers, and I drink beer. I like beer. Not Brett Kavanaugh. I like beer, but I like beer. And if someone shows up with Coors Light, I'm going to have to ask them to either leave that outside and then they can come in, or they can leave.
What if they show up with Coors Light and tofu?
I don't have any beef with tofu. I mean,
I like it with other stuff, but if they just show up with
who's
tofu?
showing up to a party with just a thing of tofu?
Exactly.
Who does that?
That's why if anybody does, you got to kick them out. You don't want to know who that person is.
I want to meet the person that just shows up with a thing of tofu. Hey, I'm here for the party. Extra firm. I brought the good stuff. Nobody does that. Food-wise, what would somebody have to show up with for me to say, I'm going to have to ask? I don't know if there's something that someone could show up with that I would have to say, you're going to have to leave. That's really strong.
Any cheese would be good.
No, yeah. There's certain things that now, certain things people bring, I'm hugging them. That's another thing.
What if they bring the vegetable tray?
It has its plays.
Okay.
It has its plays. And it's always the thought that counts.
What about hot peppers?
People like hot peppers.
Yeah, I know.
It's not Dutchy, but it's whatever.
I don't think there really is any food you could bring except for Lay's that'll get you kicked out of a party.
Yeah, Lay's that's a deal breaker.
I think Lay's might be the only thing that gets you kicked out of a party. Everything, even tofu's acceptable compared to Lay's.
Okay, we're pretty harsh on Frito-Lay.
Oh gosh, I hope you don't get sued, Doug.
I don't think we're gonna get sued. I guess we have to ask you out there in YouTube land. Is there a food or a drink that you will automatically say, no thank you, for your party? And actually ask somebody to leave. That's really strong. I don't know if I'd do that. I think I'd keep going back to my fallback where I would just take whatever they brought. If it's something I think that is not good, and I'm going to put it in the corner of the counter and just not, and forget about it.
Don't forget the staging a tragic accident.
Well, you could stage
losing them in a tripping.
That's an option too.
Yeah.
But then you got to clean it up. Is it worth it?
I think so.
I think so. Okay. Well, you got to let us know, people. Let us know what's the deal breaker if people show up at your party with something that you find unacceptable. Unacceptable. That's really strong. Anyway.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else. Maybe that's why he only said the one thing.
Because he knows.
Yeah.
Well, whoever this anonymous is, she knows that that's it.
Well, that's pretty cut and dry. So yeah, I think you heard it from the Dutchman.
They knew the answer when they asked the question.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Hey, that's a great question. Whoever you were out there,
We'll never know.
send us some questions, people, so we can.
We're running out.
We're running low.
If you want us to keep going, you got to keep going too.
That's right. We go together.
Yeah. All right.
Till next time, dear friends, send us your questions. Check out our website, PA Dutch 101. Would you like a shirt with an Eldritch on
I was
like I have?
eyeballing that. That's
Yeah.
pretty darn cool.
Go to our Zazzle shop, zazzle.com/PA Dutch 101.
Well, now how do you know that's what they look like?
This particular Eldritch was drawn on the inside of a barn door in Ole Valley on my 8th great-grandfather's farm.
So one of the Maidenford saw
No, it was the Turks.
the Turks
In the
okay.
Ole Valley. This Eldritch dates somewhere in the 1700s.
Well,
and it's still on the barn.
I think you need to get that tattooed, Doug.
Well, I got a shirt. You can get this shirt on our shop. On the back it says "Save the Eldritch."
You're not Dutch till you get like a full chest tattoo of that Eldritch and you just
Okay, I'll work on that.
like a sailor home on shore leave getting a tattoo.
Yeah.
What do you take? An Eldritch.
Yeah. People, check out our shop, check out our website, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so. I don't know what you're waiting for. Tell all your friends about the great stuff we're doing here on PA Dutch 101.
Oh yeah.
And send us your questions. Till next time, Shred's a little Deutsch too while you're at it.
Yep.
So,
And Mock's good.
If you have a question, why you have to email us at info@padutch101.com.